Chapter 25, Example 5. Medical researchers enlisted 90 subjects for an experiment comparing treatments for depression. The subjects were randomly divided into 3 groups and given pills to take for a period of 3 months. Unknown to them, one group received a placebo, the second group the natural remedy, St. John's wort, and a third group the prescription drug Posrex. After 6 months, psychologists and physicians, who did not know which treatment the person had received, evaluated the subjects to see if their depression had returned. Do you think there was a difference between the treatments? So we're doing a test. Is there a difference between them? We're doing a test of homogeneity because we put them into groups first. So let's calculate our expected values. So for depression return, we had 24, 22, and 14. When you add that together, that comes out to be 60. For no sign of depression, we have 6, 8, and 16. Add that in, gets 30. For depression return, we have 60 out of 90, which is 2/3. For no sign of depression, that's 30 out of 90, which is 1/3. So I'm going to multiply 30 by 2/3, and that will give me all the depression ones, because all the expected values will be the same. So multiply 30 by 2/3, and that gives me 20 across the board, so it's the same for depression return for each treatment. For no sign of depression, I'll multiply 30 by 1/3, which is the same for each treatment as well, and that gives me 10 across the board, all at least 5. Our null hypothesis is that the recurrence rate of depression is the same for all 3 treatments. The alternative is that the recurrence rate of depression is not the same for all 3 treatments. Let's write our conditions. The data are counts, and subjects were randomly assigned treatments. "90 people are fewer than 10% of all people that suffer from depression." And all of my cell counts are at least 5. Again, we're referring to the expected cell counts. The lowest count was 10. The conditions are met. I will use a chi-squared model with 2 degrees of freedom for a chi-squared test of homogeneity. Again, this is a test of homogeneity because we separated the groups prior to collecting data. So we'll go to the calculator, do a matrix. We're doing 2 rows and 3 columns. Type in our data. We had 24, 22, and 14. And then 6, 8, and 16. We'll store this second variable. Call it observed. You can name it whatever you want. Now we will go to Menu, Statistics, Stat Tests, and again a 2-way test. Our observed matrix. Hit OK, and everything's done for us. Chi-squared 8.4, p-value 0.014996, and 2 degrees of freedom. So now we'll just write down our statistics. Degrees of freedom are 2. Our chi-squared statistic, 8.4. And the p-value of 0.014996. My p-value of 0.014996 is low, and I will reject the null hypothesis. There is evidence to suggest that there is a difference between the recurrence rates of depression between the three treatments.